Want to speak real English from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at EnglishClass101.com.
Hi everybody, my name is Alicia, and today I'm going to talk about prepositions of time. I'm going to talk about a few prepositions we use when we're talking about time and time periods. So let's get started. Okay, so the first preposition of time I want to talk about is on. We use on for days, for example, on Sunday, on Monday, on Tuesday. And we use on for the weekend, like on the weekend or on weekends. These are the two cases where we use on as a preposition of time. I like to something something on Sunday. I like to something something on weekends. We use on in these two cases. The second preposition of time I want to talk about for today is at. So we use at when we want to talk about a time, and by time I mean o'clock, like 7 o'clock, at 9 o'clock, at 10 o'clock. We can also use at with AM and PM, like at 2 a.m., at 7 p.m. We use at to talk about a specific point in time, a specific number, for example. We also use at with the expression at night, at night. I like to something something at night. I usually something something at night. We always use at in this case. Then I have one more here, the weekend. You'll see I used the weekend for on here, but in British English, I speak American English. In British English, you might hear at the weekend instead of on the weekend. So at the weekend is something you might hear depending on where you are or depending on the people with whom you study. But for me, I prefer to use on the weekend. Okay, let's talk about in next. So we use in for a lot of different cases, as you can see. We use in for months, like in September, in October, in November. We use it for seasons, like in summer, in spring, in fall. We use it for expressions like in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon as well. In the morning, in the afternoon. We also use in for periods of time, so minutes, hours, and years, for example. So in 5 minutes, in 3 years, in a few seconds. If you want to talk about a period of time, you can use in to explain that. So we use in for a lot of different cases. The last thing I want to talk about, though, is a situation where you don't need to use a preposition at all. When you use this plus weekend, like this weekend, or this morning, or this evening, or this month, this September, this October, you do not need to use a preposition in this case. We'll practice in just a moment, but this is a very common mistake. If you use this before one of these expressions, you do not need to include a preposition, so please be careful. Okay, so with this information, I want to try a few example sentences that I've prepared here. The first one is, I have to leave something something 5 minutes. 5 minutes is a period of time, so we know the correct preposition is in. I have to leave in 5 minutes is the correct answer here. Next, what are you doing? Something something. December, December. So we know December is a month. We should use in this case. What are you doing in December? Of course, by the way, with this sentence, we could say, what are you doing this December, to be very specific. But in this case, for a preposition, we should use in. Okay, next sentence. I'll meet you at the restaurant 6 p.m. 6 p.m. is a time, So we know that we should use at. At 6 p.m., at 6 p.m. Okay, next, your plane leaves something something 2 hours. So 2 hours, again, is a period of time, Therefore, we should use in. Your plane leaves in 2 hours is the correct sentence here. Okay, next, they're going to France something something this summer. Here is a big hint word, this. Therefore, no preposition is needed in this case. They're going to France this summer. No preposition here. Okay, next, He's meeting us in the station something something noon. So noon, I've used the word noon here, but noon is a time. It means 12 p.m., yeah? So because it's still a time, we should use at. At noon is the correct sentence here. Okay, next. Can you meet me at the cafe something something 2 p.m.? So 2 p.m., here we have another time. At 2 p.m. is the correct answer here. Okay, next. I like going hiking something something weekends. Weekend. So we learned over here that we use on to talk about weekends. Weekends, in this case, multiple weekends. So I like going hiking on weekends is the correct answer in this case. Finally, it's hard for me to wake up something something the morning. The morning. So we saw here morning is used with in. So in the morning is the correct answer for this sentence. So with a little bit of practice, and as you use these phrases, not just with a single preposition, but as you use these in longer sentences and as part of phrases, it will become easier to remember which is which and which one you should use at which time. So I hope this was useful for you. Also, if you're interested in seeing a different explanation and some different example sentences, please check out the live stream that we did about this topic. You can find it on our YouTube channel. Thanks very much for watching this episode. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know in a comment below this video. If you liked the video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel too. Check us out at EnglishClass101.com for more information as well. Thanks very much for watching and see you again soon. Bye!